are you going to operate some big rig when you don't understand the road sign?
What's up, guys? This is Truth, and welcome to the Truth Be Told channel. On this channel, we discuss social and political events and probably make fun of them. So without further ado, let's get started with today's video. Today, we're going to be looking at some clips of a woman who allegedly disguised herself as a man to take a CDL test for multiple people in Long Island, New York. If you guys remember, back in April, our president, Donald Trump, did issue a new executive order. So let's go ahead and look at that executive order right now. Executive Order, April 28, 2025, enforcing common sense rules of the roads for America's truck driver. So here are the key points. President Trump ordered stricter enforcement of existing federal rules for CDL holders. Drivers must be proficient in English, no translators allowed during tests. The order reverses the 2016 policy that had relaxed English language enforcement. It does not create a new law, only reinforces current regulations. So basically, let's look and see what the definition of proficient means. And it basically just means you are able to read, write, and speak English clearly. So even if you can speak English clearly, it doesn't mean that you're able to read and write it. So this is how they got around it. What they're doing is they're getting people to take the test for them. So let's go ahead and look at this news clip, and then I'll come back with some commentary.
Prosecutors say a whistleblower who works here noticed something wasn't right, and that led to a widespread investigation. Look at each person facing the camera in each of these images. They are all the same person, according to prosecutors, who say the woman who posed as all of these different men and women did it for dangerous reasons.
Driving a massive truck through our streets where our children are playing, it is disturbing.
The Nassau District Attorney calls it a corruption ring at the DMV in Garden City. That's where, she says, 35-year-old Jamie Middleton took commercial driver's license, or CDL, written exams for 7 different people. Investigators say that each time she'd use disguises, sunglasses, and surgical masks to look like a different person taking the exam.
For the right price, they'd allow anyone to get a CDL permit.
The DA said 3 workers at the DMV were in on it with Middleton, the test taker, including Middleton's sister, Kanesha, a supervisor at the DMV. This shows what happened, according to investigators. Workers would have on their computers a photo of the person who was supposed to take the test, but they'd let Middleton, who's clearly not the person on the
Oh, heck no.
computer screen, take it instead. She'd split a $1,500 to $3,000 payment for each bogus test with accomplices in the DMV, the DA said. One person Middleton allegedly took the written test for drove a truck based out of this sanitation facility in Hempstead. James Nurse, according to investigators, is the only person whose exam Middleton took who actually got a full license. Why?
Because every driver must take a road test.
And that
part.
At least 2 would-be drivers, Omesh Mohan and Renee Sarwi, failed, say prosecutors. Everybody allegedly involved faces up to 7 years in prison if found guilty, and this investigation continues.
So you guys, what do you guys think? We put the executive order in place for a reason. Remember back in like a couple of months ago when that guy caused that fatal accident down there in Florida? This is part of the reason why we, put these new laws in place, is because you do have a lot of people on the road that just cannot read or write English. They don't really even comprehend it, to be honest. And so when I see somebody like this and they're taking a test for other people and stuff, I get it. Like, that's your side hustle and stuff. But, they're putting like dangerous, really, really dangerous people on the road. And, these people are so not qualified for a CDL that even after someone takes the written test for them, they can't even pass the road test. They still can't even pass the test to like actually even get their license. So, what does that say? These are people that clearly should not be on the road driving. That's just my own personal opinion. And I'm gonna be honest. I think that's part of like what's wrong with America today. And not just the women, but just this period. Everybody's just like for profit. They don't care about other people. They don't care how it affects other people. And I think the prosecutor said it the best. Like, you are putting like these people on the road with our babies, with yourself, with your mom, with your aunts and uncles, your cousins, your family. Like, you're okay with this person who could not even pass the written test. They cannot read or write English proficiently. You're okay with them being on the road where they can't even read the signs. And then they're driving like a semi truck that weighs like, I don't know. And I'm going to be honest, I have no clue, but I'm going to guess and say a semi truck weighs about 10 or 15 tons. Like 30,000 pounds. You're okay with someone operating a truck that weighs 30,000 pounds and they don't understand the environment they're in. That's really weird to me. And I just think it's sad that this for profit in America has been going on for a very long time. And if I had to trace it back, it's been going on at least since Reagan, probably Nixon, and probably somebody before him. Like, this has been going on for a long time. We're just selling each other out over and over and over. And to me, this is what has helped to culminate in this big AWS mess, or, this big mess that we're in right now here in America. So you guys get in the comments. Tell me, what do you think? Did you even hear about this? This was so hilarious when I saw her like dressed as all these different people. I was like, there's no way she got away with this. Then I found out it's like, I don't know if she worked at the office, but we know her sister is absolutely the manager at this office. So that's how she was getting away with it. And if I had to guess, the person that was the whistleblower was the only person at this office that probably wasn't cut in on the deal. Okay. So they was mad, they was salty, and they told, because this has been going on for quite some time. These are probably the only 7 people they were able to actually confirm that this woman took the test for, because this is the only footage they were able to find. But if they still had footage from like, I don't know, 2 years ago, you'll probably see that she was doing it then. But to me, the 7 years in prison, honey, is definitely not worth the time. Definitely not. And they are absolutely going to throw the foot at these people. But I feel like I'm rambling. You guys tell me, what do you think? Had you heard about this story? And if you had, were you laughing at all these different disguises like I was? Because I was dying laughing. Also, what do you think when I said that, the problem with the country now is that people are just simply for profit? Let me know how you feel. I won't get mad. I'm not a person that gets mad. I want to hear everybody else's opinion. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching my video. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so at this time. And also, if you have hype points, go ahead and hype my little channel up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.